will see you later for a little bit. Me and Corelli are going to take this one away as we're going to be getting started. RMC versus Pineapple Eggplant.
Best of 5. And for Pineapple Eggplant, they're going to have to come out strong. RMC, as we've been alluding to, have been so strong, especially off the rip, which is actually really uncharacteristic of them. You know, typically in RLCS, they weren't a team that would just start off hot. Well, Pineapple Eggplant will walk this one down Main Street, and they'll start off first.
I mean, if you're going to start off the day right and let RMC know that you ain't going to be messing around, that's a great way to do it. And Talk with a nice bump right there just to make sure the defense doesn't get back. And, I mean, solid start from Pineapple.
And a great bump from Talk as well. Again, a lot of the good that comes from Talk is his individual play. Anytime people are talking about Talk, there's usually a highlight to follow, or they're, you know, quote tweeting a highlight of his. He has been fantastic individually on his team leading into this, but now he's got, you know, maybe the best 2 teammates he's ever had. So we'll see how that changes his play style, or maybe not. Maybe it just makes him even better.
Well, out of the 6 players on the pitch, Talk is definitely the one that people probably know the least about overall. So, I mean, you said that it's going to be the individual play, but is he more of a defensive player, more of an offensive player? What exactly makes Talk stand out right now?
Oh yeah, it's the big individual offense, I think, from Talk. Again, anytime you talk about Talk, you're getting highlight plays to follow, and that's what's been really fun about him. And it's not that it's rare to see that, but he's doing it against some good teams. And again, he's got the best 2 teammates he's had in a long time, so it's an opportunity for him to show off. And for Retals, it's an opportunity to put him down in the dirt as RMC finally get on the board.
Yeah, Magic Bear left it off for him. The bump came in just a tad too late. Talk couldn't get up for it, and that's going to be an all tied up game. RMC able to answer back, and you know that this squad definitely doesn't want to let Pineapple stay ahead too long because, I mean, like we stated before, the way the RMC have been playing lately, especially in the Shift Summer League, has been absolutely incredible. They've been taking down some juggernauts, and you know, in a lot of series, they've been making it look kind of easy. So, I mean, really, this RMC roster definitely have a lot of pride that they're playing for right now.
Yeah, and they're a team that they're coming in, you know, they're here to play, they're here to win. And I know that's kind of corny to say, but they are a team that are very serious about their preparation, how they approach the game. And it's certainly paid off in their offseason so far. And this team, this Pineapple Eggplant team for RMC is no slouch. You know, it's a pickup team, it's a team of players that are not typically teaming together, but these guys are going to be good, as we've seen so far. The first 2 minutes, it's been quite even.
For sure. And that's the other thing is that, you know, when players are playing, I think we saw a tweet, I think it was yesterday, I believe it was from Retals that said, still free agents, you know? Like, so this squad is definitely trying to let everyone know that, hey, listen, we are talented, we're ready to be signed, we are ready to go. And I mean, everyone already knows the talent the squad really has. So honestly, it's just about the squad that's going to pick them up. And whoever does, they are going to be very happy because this squad has been playing exceptional together as Cheese picks up another.
Yeah, great shot there from Cheese, but realistically, this was a big miss from Talk. He didn't have a lot of boost, and his challenge was nowhere near Magic Bear. It's the 2nd time now where he's in a really tough spot, and maybe not only his fault. It might not only be his fault, but for RMC, they've been picking apart that last man in Pineapple Eggplant.
Yeah, for sure. Retals off the backcourt, starting up to play. Sees all 3 defenders, but what's he able to do with it? Not able to get it past AJ. Cheese with a nice challenge there to keep it on this RMC half, or on this Pineapple half, excuse me. The clear does come out. Met at the 50 by Cheese. And it's really just Pineapple struggling to get it out of their half right now. Finally, the clear does come through. Talk sends it down. Not able to set it up cleanly off the backboard, though, and it goes right back into the hands of RMC again.
RMC doing a good job of keeping this ball away from Pineapple Eggplant when they get it, although as soon as I said that, they gave it right back. They try and set each other up once again. And Pineapple Eggplant, I think, kind of falling behind the curve for a moment, but it's a good opportunity there for Talk to bring it down. Everyone pushed forward from Pineapple Eggplant. Now here comes the passing from RMC. Is there follow-up? There is, but Talk is able to break it up.
Solid defensive play from him. Still, I mean, it turns into a counterattack, but the counterattack lasts for about 2 seconds right before RMC are able to get possession of it again. So I mean, Pineapple, if they're going to be good on the defense, they got to turn it into something on the offensive end. But right now, the defense is struggling even more as Cheese finds the crack in the defense.
Yeah, I think he either wanted to bring that one down for himself, or maybe he thought he could get someone from behind him to help him out on the touch. When there was no help, but he couldn't get back, it was essentially a pass to RMC. And you know they're going to jump all over that one. A 3-1 scoreline here in game 1 so far.
And I know a lot of people are talking about Talk. Do you know how old the kid actually is right now?
Yeah, he's like, I think 15? No, 16.
Okay.
He's 16.
16. Okay. So not like one of these, you know, these super, super young prodigies, you know, that we see nowadays and things like that. But still, relatively young for sure. So
he's young in my book, but maybe I'm old. I don't know.
Hey, listen, man. He almost half our age. So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You get to half my age, that's young, all right?
Exactly. Oh, man. Yeah, yet again, though, he was back on the defensive end, not able to get the stop. So not sure if he's put in that third man position right now, if that's like designated, but he's been in that position quite a bit. But also at the same time, it is just RMC putting on a lot of pressure. It's really like everyone from Pineapple having to play defense. So.
Yeah, he's finding himself in some pretty tough situations, but that's not necessarily always his fault. So I don't know if Pineapple Eggplant's done the best job of setting up their last man for success. It's never usually a good sign if it's just one man back. It usually means that someone had failed before, as a couple more goals trickle in here for RMC at this point. Some garbage time, and RMC padding the stats.
Yeah, the demo comes through with the line. Cheese gets out the way for it, and RMC are really putting on a show here in game number 1. Herc said it earlier, it might be a lot of 3-0s, or it might be a lot of game 7s. And right now, the way that RMC are starting this off with extremely good pace and playing exactly at their tempo, this is really all in their control. I'm saying I'm leaning toward the 3-0 angle over the game 5 for now.
That's a match where RMC got every single...
Bear, I think you were saying it. You were saying just feed the bear right now, and he was going to work. And it was honestly Retals on the defensive end. He was coming up with so many saves for this RMC squad. A lot of times it's Cheese that, you know, is the person, you know, back, you know, getting these clutch saves. But Retals has really picked it up on the defensive end, getting so many clutch saves for this squad.
And that kind of goes back to the point I was making earlier about how, you know, defensively, I think RMC has really improved themselves. It was their biggest pain point. I don't think there was questions about RMC if they, you know, had a good offense, if they had potential in their players like Magic Bear and Cheese in particular, because we all know what Retals has brought to the table over his years. But I think that the execution of that and them being bogged down, having to play defense so much, you didn't get to see it now through the Shift League, and so far, at least in one game here against Pineapple Eggplant. They've looked fantastic, organized, and again, like I said before, they're executing their game plan to a T. But they got to do it for a whole series, and Pineapple Eggplant, no slouches on the other side, as I mentioned earlier. These guys have been around for a long time, and they can get their act together. They can make this one a series.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's definitely going to be a feeling out process, and I mean, especially if you're this Pineapple squad, you know, coming in, you know, with the new young gun ready to see exactly what he's got against a squad that's clicking on all cylinders right now. You definitely need that first game to try to get a little bit warmed up, and I'm glad that we're still seeing a 0-0 scoreline, because that gives me a little bit of hope for this Pineapple roster.
Oh my gosh. And Magic Bear is able to put it away. RMC, though, I mean, they were trying to push this one through, and for Pineapple Eggplant, I guess Mist thought AJ was going to come through and sweep that one away, and then when it came late, it allowed RMC to come through and push some shots on target, rang off the bar and off the crossbar a little bit, or rather off the post of the crossbar, but RMC able to crash the net there, and a sloppy goal to give up for Pineapple Eggplant.
Yeah, just a little bit of miscommunication coming out, and already RMC is back on the hunt. They're able to get it past one, deep into the Pineapple half. Stealing boost now. Top trying to do what he can to get the clear out, but Magic's able to get a touch. Cheese doesn't get the touch he was looking for. Actually set it up perfect for the defense, but there goes the clear, so he's able to redeem himself a little bit. Gets pinched to the middle, now to Retals. He gets it past one. The demo comes out, though, and that's going to be stopping this offensive play directly in its tracks, and hopefully Pineapple will be able to create something off of it. But another demo comes out, and that's going to be stopping that one right there as well. So a couple of demos from both defensive sides to thwart the offensive pressure. And we got ourselves a really, really tight game here. RMC still have the lead, but Pineapple definitely playing better in this game, number 2.
Yeah, the physical game, the demo game, certainly a hallmark of a Retals-led team, especially from Retals himself. Loves to get those bumps. Demos, and they are certainly paying off there. Magic Bear scores a screamer from way outside the box. And I think it was Retals that was maybe, oh no, it was Cheese and Mist getting tied up, and that allowed Magic Bear to put that one away.
Yeah, Cheese was able to put a hand up, and it was barely enough. A 2-0 advantage now, and it's looking like it's going to be 3. No. Okay, Talk coming through with the last-second save. That's what they need right there. There's more of those clutch plays coming in from him, and really this whole squad defensively to make sure that RMC do not let this one slip away and get out of grasp, because you do not want to go. You don't want to go down 0-2 against this squad, especially the way that they're playing. That is going to be a rough start for sure. So Pineapple really need to get on the board and figure out a way to do that here.
Yeah, there's no bite in the Pineapple Eggplant offense right now, and I think really it's coming down to possession. RMC certainly controlling most of the field, but I think for Pineapple, even in their opportunities where they do have the ball, they haven't been scary enough. And even in moments like this, RMC, they've had just one man back the whole time in Retals, and he makes do with it, and RMC back on offense.
How long is that going to last? Pineapple able to take it away. Talk didn't really have anything going for them right there. And RMC just able to steal it right back with another challenge, and just going to make it even more difficult for Pineapple to start something up. And it seems like any time that they are able to get anything, they're just throwing it. They're literally throwing whatever they can at the wall, but this one is going to land perfectly as Talk flicks it right over Retals. Retals, you got to get a hand a little bit higher than that.
And for Talk, I mean, that was a very fortunate challenge, but he made really good work on that one as it landed back in front of him, and a great little flick over the last man. And for Talk finally getting involved offensively, or at least for Pineapple Eggplant getting their offense going, and now they're within 1 with the final minute.
Yeah, and maybe that goal right there is exactly what Talk needed to get a little bit more confidence, a little bit more eagerness to get this one going, because right here, this is a much closer game than game number 1 officially, and who knows, maybe Pineapple might be able to make some magic happen. 30 seconds left to do it. They can tie up this game, send this to an overtime. I mean, that's going to really be shaking RMC. This might be the chance, and it is. Talk does it again. He said talk about something else other than us going down 0-2, because this is a tie game, 25 seconds left. That's nasty. Oh.
And he's living up to the tag, highly technical, and catching the ball into a flip reset with no more boost in the tank is highly technical. And what a way for Talk to get Pineapple Eggplant back into this game, scoring both the goals in, what, 30 or 40 seconds. And now RMC, who have been sitting back on their lead, they've got to go back to work.
Yeah, the job is not finished, RMC. It felt like it might have been done. 1 minute left and you were up 2-0, but Talk changing it up, changing the tone of this game. We got ourselves an overtime. I did not see this coming. My goodness, here we go.
Those are the types of plays from Talk that honestly you come to expect with the way he's played. It's those individual moments, and they're always a highlight. And at least in that last one, definitely a highlight for Talk and for Pineapple Eggplant. And they might be able to steal away game 2.
This would be huge. The demo comes out, the center's there, and Talk gets the third, capitalizes it with a hat trick, all within 1 minute and 30 seconds. This Talk kid making a name for himself, making a statement out here on the pitch.
That's why they say he's the touched his games, then you know this is an average Talk game. And that's why he's been talked about so much, and it's why it's exciting to see him play here today.
He can keep this going. If he can keep this momentum going, that is going to be absolutely massive for this Pineapple roster. especially for him individually. You come off a game like that, where you feel like you really just put the squad on your back. You're going to be going into the next game feeling like you can do absolutely anything. So I'm expecting some really flashy attempts going to be coming out of Talk this game, just because, I mean, that confidence has to be sky high.
Certainly, and I think that you get kind of into your rhythm as well, and I think he has, especially maybe after his second goal. His third one kind of fell right in front of him. He did a great job putting that one away, and so for Talk, these are the types of confidence games that you need to get your team into a series, and now they're in it. And RMC, if you're on the side of RMC, you're kind of thinking about, man, we really put our foot off the gas. It's like, excuse me, Retals just walked in again. What a cut from Retals here. Whip over one and over the second, and Pineapple Eggplant a little slow to react.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. That was a monster play coming out from Retals right there. 1-0 advantage now for RMC. They find themselves in the driver's seat once again. Question is, will Pineapple be able to answer the call here and now to get another wild comeback? Right now, this Magic Bear in the middle with the challenge up high. It's going to be Retals. He get it off to the backboard. He does. The bump doesn't come through, and the shot a little bit high. The cleanup not there either. Not a lot of power behind it. It gets centered, but Talk is there to get the clear, and this one's going to be heading right back the other way. Talk dropped this one down in front of the net. No, Demo comes out, and now Magic Bear going to need to buy a little bit of time. Can he find a teammate? Not quite. It goes up to the ceiling. Retals is there for the cleanup. Oh my goodness. Slotting that one to the bottom 90. Wow.
Placement matters. And with players in front of him, Retals finds the corner, little kiss off the post and in. RMC are up by 2, and for Retals, he is leading the charge.
Yeah, leading it and really starting this game number 3 off with a statement performance coming out of Retals so far. Magic Bear looking to get the center. Clear comes through though. Cheese is there yet again, and that's the player I'm looking to get a little bit more involved. Even though, you know, Retals is definitely putting on a show for sure to start this one out. You know, I would like to see Cheese get a little bit more involved. You know, he's normally making so many showstopper plays. At least that's what I'm used to seeing out of Cheese right now. It's been a little bit quiet in the series so far.
Yeah, I mentioned in the pre-game that I do think that Cheese is their biggest X factor. Although I will say, as you were kind of alluding to, I mean, they've been fine without, you know, massive pop-off moments from Cheese. It's been a lot of Retals, and that's fine. I think RMC, they don't really care who it is. Sometimes it's Magic Bear too. They're getting, you know, optimum performance out of Retals right now. That's a great flick on from Talk, who seems to be everywhere on the field for Pineapple. He'll be the first man down the field, and then RMC will counter, and Talk's the first man back to make the save. So he's doing a lot of work here for Pineapple Eggplant.
Just right now, going to be trying to get it past 1, and oh my goodness. Yet again, Talk.
Yeah.
With the save. Make sure that one does not go in, because a 3-0 advantage would be a lot more difficult to come back from. 2-0 was extremely impressive, but 3-0 would feel almost impossible, especially with the way that RMC are locking it down right now in game number 3. But we said that during game number 2, and you saw what happened.
Yeah, it's almost the same game state from before. You know, RMC up by 2, Pineapple Eggplant. We're kind of asking, where's the offense? When are we going to see you guys turn up a little bit? And they have time, but they certainly don't want this one in front of Cheese. It's a dangerous ball rolling up the post. RMC trying to get around it, and Pineapple Eggplant get out cleanly with an AJ double tap to follow. Pineapple Eggplant cut the lead in half.
All right, here we go. Things are heating up a little bit now. Yet again, Pineapple able to get themselves on the board. This time with a little bit more time left on the clock. So, I mean, Corelli, it might be happening again. Same scoreline, same situation.
Yeah, if you're RMC, you can't take your foot off the gas, and you certainly need someone to follow up these opportunities, and now everyone diving after it. Pineapple Eggplant might get a setup. AJ's on the far side, but Talk didn't have boost. And it's like this final minute, all of a sudden, Pineapple Eggplant realize they're down and they've got to go, and they start making things happen.
Talk with the redirect. Oh my goodness. Retals with the save. Keep this one from getting to a high score line. AJ left it off. Oh man. Talk wasn't able to put it on target. Barely off to the right. Now we're heading back the other way as the clear comes through, but Talk is there to collect and start this play yet again. Challenge comes out. This is gonna be heading on toward the goal. It's gonna get denied though. Oh my goodness. That was actually a great little flick right there from Mist to put it back on target, but a nice save coming out at the last second for RMC yet again. Now with 10 seconds left, you gotta make something happen. And Magic Bear is gonna be putting the nail in the coffin of Pineapple in this game 3.
You can't blame them too much. They were pushing hard and they were oh so close. They had that one on the goal line just a few seconds ago, but for RMC, the counterattack was too quick and Pineapple Eggplant couldn't keep up. Talk was just a split second behind that play to make the save. And with 8 seconds left, RMC just got to run off the clock.
That's a great counterattack for sure. The counterattack is going to be exactly what RMC needed to solidify themselves ahead in this series. One game away from series point. Yeah, they are fully locked in. They look fully ready to go. And you know, as long as this squad can keep this one going in these community cups, this is the type of thing where this is the type of tournament where you want to get that momentum, because all these squads that are going to be battling against you are going to feel like, hey, it's a community cup. There's a chance we might be able to steal this series from them. We've already seen a couple of upsets, you know, come in throughout this tournament. And RMC want to keep the ball rolling. They want to keep the momentum on their side. That way that there's going to be no potential for any upsets whatsoever. They got the #1 seed in this tournament, and they want to keep it for a reason.
Oh, absolutely. Everyone does. And AJ, well, making sure that the #1 seed can, well, think about it a little bit more as Talk does well to get a second touch and a great pass actually from Talk to find AJ and kind of reverse the direction of the play. And for Pineapple Eggplant, that's a great way to start off.
Fantastic for sure. Got to keep this one going in their favor now to try and extend this series just a tad bit longer. Retals send this one up high, but Talk leaves it off, but Cheese is there to intercept. Puts it right back down into the Pineapple half. Left it up top. It's going to go down to Magic Bear, who isn't able to send it in toward the center, but I mean, either way, yet again, the defense is there. Gets back solidly. And as I say that, again, another heroic save coming in from Retals, and the clear coming out one more time. Talk not able to get up, and it goes off the backboard. This one's dangerous. Heads back the other way. RMC there again to deny.
Gotta be careful here. If you're RMC, you can't let Pineapple Eggplant get too much confidence in their offense. Otherwise, you'll find yourself down 2-0, as it's been back-to-back games where RMC have had a 2-0 lead. Won't happen here, at least not in that scoring fashion, as Pineapple Eggplant, they're able to strike first. Look at space now, afforded the Mist. Couldn't hang on, is just floating at the top of the box for Pineapple Eggplant, and now they're moving in to try and make something happen, but RMC there to break it up.
Up high now. Gonna be AJ. At the midfield, Magic Bear. Gonna be setting up a play. Cheese does get a touch to it. Goes right back to the center. They get the clear to get it out of their half, but one more time it's met by Pineapple, who are there, and that's gonna be an open net as AJ finds the crack. Nobody back from RMC, and looked like a little bit of a mistake coming in as, yeah, Cheese bit up a little bit far and Retals couldn't get back in time.
And for RMC, this is kind of what I was talking about. You sit down 0-2 now, and yeah, sure, you got just under 3 minutes left to play, but it's a position that they haven't been in this series quite yet. And for Pineapple Eggplant, threatening Game 5 at the moment.
Missed right now. In the back, just lurking, just trying to play defense, play solidly, and that's what this squad and Pineapple need to do. They need to play safe, not sorry. They need to not get ahead of themselves. If they get, you know, a little bit overconfident, you know, start putting, oh my goodness, wow, what a beamer, but a little bit off target. If they start getting a little bit overconfident, putting up too much pressure on the offensive end, if they start going for these double commits when they really don't need to, that could open up these counterattacks. And that's how we've seen RMC come back to bite this Pineapple roster already a couple times. Come back to bite this Pineapple roster a couple times already. As yeah, you got to watch out for those counterattacks anytime you have what feels like a comfortable lead.
A 2-0 lead is hardly comfortable, at least in what we've seen so far in this series. Retals trying to find that physical play, something that's been missing, I think, distinctly in this game, maybe a little bit in the previous game as well. Now Talk trying to work his magic. He'll be denied, but Pineapple Eggplant set up much more nicely here offensively to keep the attack going. RMC gonna have to be a little bit more creative when breaking out. You can't just blast this ball downfield and hope for the best. You've got to beat the first man, or you got to use each other. And I think Retals was trying to do that, trying to find that space. But again, got to give credit to Pineapple Eggplant, done well to close down space and make it difficult for RMC to get out, and they panic off their own crossbar. And still, we sit 2-0.
And I mean, Corelli, right now, it is 2-0. And I will say Pineapple, they look a little bit more comfortable. But like I said, I feel like that's because they aren't doing the most on the offensive end. You know, they're really playing this turtle shell defense right now, and they've got 50 seconds left to hang on. They are able to get it back into this RMC half. A nice shot on target coming in from Mist, but Magic Bear's there to save it and keep the hopes of RMC alive to get this 3-1. And oh my goodness, Cheese answers the call, and we got ourselves a 1-goal game.
The X Factor for RMC coming alive, and oh, it was played off his own butt. And that's how it goes in. I think Reynolds was shooting it, and it hit Cheese midair and redirected into the net. And I don't know if he meant to do it or not. I don't think so, but he'll take it. And for RMC, they were certainly trying to score that goal. And so now they've cut the lead in half, and 30 seconds left of the clock gives them a chance to get back in this game.
Those are the type you just gotta take credit for and worry about later. You know, worry about people saying that no, you didn't mean to do that. You know, don't worry about the haters. You know, it was on purpose. Completely.
Hey, goal's a goal.
Exactly.
Goal's a goal.
Exactly. Oh man, and now RMC need a goal with about 5 seconds, or else this one's gonna be going to a game 5. That one's gonna get killed, and yeah, heading to a game 5. Shout out Pineapple, bringing this one back. I mean, definitely be considered an upset, you know, for sure. You know, this RMC roster, we talked about how, you know, good they've looked in other tournaments in the off season, and you know how much pride they have coming into a tournament like this and wanting to put together a good show. But also on the other hand, Pineapple, they want to do the exact same thing. I mean, this squad coming in, a lot of people probably didn't have too high expectations on this roster in this tournament. They probably thought, okay, maybe top 4 guaranteed, but you know, I don't know about first place really. But right now, Pineapple are coming out and showing that they can definitely contend to be the team that ends up winning this entire tournament.
Certainly, I think there's a few teams that you could pick to win this whole thing. And with the way Pineapple Eggplant are playing, maybe in contention there as Magic Bear, big save in front of the box. Demos coming out, missed in Reynolds' trade, and now the counterattack's on for RMC. Low boost for Cheese, and he couldn't get there in time. Magic Bear will put it top shelf, and RMC will strike first.
Yeah, Cheese just putting so much pressure on the defense. They had to commit. All 3 players went for Cheese, and that just leaves it wide open for Magic Bear. RMC getting the first goal of game number 5. And remember, if you win, you make it to tomorrow. So there is a ton on the line for these rosters right here in this solo game.
I think it's so important for RMC to get that 2-goal cushion. We've seen how comfortable they've been in those moments. I know they gave up one of those leads, but Pineapple Eggplant not coming out with the same maybe buster that they did before. But hold on, as soon as I say it's a great pass from Talk over to HA, and what felt like an open net. RMC just didn't get back in time.
Yeah, and honestly, right there, that was just a great shot. I mean, you saw a ton of power behind it as well. Pineapple answering back in game number 5. We should have come to expect it at this point. This squad is just has so much grit about them right now. And it really, really impressed me for sure in this series. And through these qualifiers, you know that, you're able to get a little bit of chemistry going, and it seems like whatever, chemistry they did get so far is helping out. But RMC, they're going to be extending their advantage. So a 2-1 now. They're going to be feeling good about having the lead in this one because, I mean, this Pineapple roster, they're not going away.
Yeah, tough break there. I think that was AJ in the last man. I don't think he really was counting on this crazy kind of dunk that bounced up so high. He didn't have a ton of boost, and he already started his turn back. And when Magic Bear saw that, it was a pretty easy follow-up off the backboard for MB. And for Pineapple Eggplant, this is it's not a goal that you worry about too much, but you've got plenty of time to get back into this game. And for RMC, they're happy that they finally get another one to drop and then get back into the lead.
And the thing is, if RMC can do a solid job of, just keeping this Pineapple roster at bay, not letting any of these wild solo plays come out from Talk, then maybe they'll be able to hang on to this advantage. And I'd be very shocked if this game ends at a 2-1 scoreline, and that's why. Because this Pineapple roster, they do a great job of getting goals exactly when it's needed, and that's missed. Lining it up perfectly, dropping it in the lower 90.
And a little self-sabotage there from RMC as well, flicking that one on backwards to their own net. And Pineapple Eggplant's a team that are going to jump all over that. So mistakes coming out from RMC, and it's good to see Pineapple Eggplant capitalize on those mistakes. There haven't been too many from RMC, at least not in that fashion. And now we sit 2 apiece halfway through Game 5.
Right now, I mean, if you had to say like who's playing better so far through this Game 5, Corelli, in your opinion?
Oh gosh, I feel like it's been so close. I mean,
yeah,
I think there have been some more mistakes coming out from RMC than in the previous games. I think that Pineapple Eggplant have done a better job of counterattacking, and they haven't spent a ton of time in the attacking third, but they've done a better job of scoring when they're in the final third. But to answer your question, I mean, gosh, I feel like it's been so close, so even. The score has kind of reflected that. There hasn't been a team where I'm like, oh man, they have to win this. They've been playing so well. I feel like they're right next to each other.
And that's kind of why I asked. These squads seem so evenly matched. And as I say that, Pineapple and AJ able to squeeze one in as missed. Sent it across the net, and AJ, he sent it and it hit off of Retals for the own goal. Yikes. I think that one wouldn't have even, I think that was straight up going to get cleared if that didn't go off of Retals' car into the net.
Yeah, I don't blame Retals. He's panicked. He knew his teammates missed, and so he's trying to make a play on the ball. He knew the net was exposed in some way. Unfortunately, that one just goes straight into his net. So for Pineapple Eggplant, I mean, they've done well here. They've battled back after going down early, and here comes RMC again. Follow-up. Talk will come from the heavens to make sure that one's saved. And you got 1:15 left on the clock if you're RMC.
Right now, 1 minute left to make some magic happen. The squad is more than capable. We've seen what they can do. They put on master classes within 1 minute before in this series alone, so it's still going to be anyone's game for sure. But Pineapple trying to end those talks right here, but Cheese is there for the save. Talk yet again. He is there on the offense. He's there on the defense. And you said it, he's the talk of the town. He's definitely going to be the talk of this series if Pineapple hang on and win it.
Oh, definitely. He's going to get a lot of credit if they come out on top. And RMC looking a little confused on who's going to take this ball. 30 seconds left. I don't have the exact numbers, but it's felt like RMC have led for longer than Pineapple and Eggplant have in this series. They might just let this Game 5 slip away. Retals over to Magic Bear, puts it on target, and people are pushed out of the way in the net. MB puts it home, and we're all tied up with 14 seconds left.
All right, this is huge now. 14 seconds in a dream. One of these squads is going to be guaranteed to see tomorrow, and the other one is going to have to battle it out in a best-of-5 to stay alive in the tournament. Let's see who gets the better of who, as this one, it's got potential for overtime. And honestly, I wouldn't be mad at that whatsoever to start the day off with a Game 5 overtime.
I think we might get it. Unless the incredible happens, we will. Game 5 overtime in our first series of the day. RMC and Pineapple Eggplant. At this point, it's not that shocking with the way these two teams have played.
Yeah, Cheese almost able to put it in right here. These squads are super neck and neck in this Community Cup. Oh my goodness, no, but Mist is going to be back. And honestly, I kind of want to go to a Talk cam. You know, I want to see what Talk is going to do in a Game 5 overtime. I kind of want to see what the kid's made of, what kind of ice he's got, because he has really been all over the pitch. And oh my goodness, Mist is there for the clutch save. Oh man, he was hiding behind the ball. I didn't see him there for a second. I thought that was going to be good to go, but no. Retals one more time, and he leaves it off. Magic Bear with the cleanup. RMC take the series.
And great follow-up from Magic Bear. Retals doing everything he can to keep this one in the mix. You can even see Talk again diving across the goal line, trying to keep this one out, but RMC's offense came